Hi, I'm Brenda, a seer channeler, messenger for God. Um, I am a teacher sometimes, a lot of times. Um, I get downloads from God all kinds of ways, visual, audio, um, messages, like just downloads, revelations, flashes, like visions. Did I say that? Um, I don't know, I'll just hear things. It's really cool. We all can get them. Anyway, I have a really important, well, I don't know, I have one really important message to get out. It's not much. I have a, a link for a friend that has a really good prayer that just came out, and it's very important that it gets put out. So and I want to making the video worthwhile. So I was just going to add a couple of little notes to get this. Also, I have a question for God. Is it okay to what do I want to say about my blind spot? Um, is it okay? Is it safe for my blind spot now, Lord? Once we get this taken care of. Um, there's a there's a prayer that my friend has, and I'm gonna link her video. Okay, you should probably say it. There's a at the bottom down there in the window, like in her description box. Go way down near the bottom, and it says "Get transcript" or "See transcript." And if you're on a computer, you can save that with a copy and paste in that. With a phone, it takes a little, unless you're really good at it, which I'm not. So a lot of people, I've seen them text really just with like their thumbs, and I can't do that. But or type, I mean, not text. Well, yeah, both. But but I've had neck and hand problems, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But I'm gonna link her prayer that needs to get out for some people, especially if they've had entities or made deals, made oaths with secret societies, um, and have been possibly fed foods with poisons in them or gotten injections with things, a Neuralink. Um, I'm gonna put that in there, and then it's gonna be in the description box. Also, I was gonna try and find this one. I think it's on Greasely Inspired. If you, I know there's one about bitching and moaning, but I was looking for one that if you, oh wow, if you don't heal, if you, I'm sure it's on that site. If you don't heal, it gives Satan the, oh, maybe it's in the spiritual court one, the 5 courts. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It might be in that one. Five courts that Satan doesn't want you to know about, or something like that. I'll find that and I'll link it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's been probably a month or so since at least a couple weeks. And a lot of downloads. So many downloads. It's hard to remember little things. Um, so also I was going to include in this video, I don't know, I had a bunch of little notes. Blind spot, Goonies, you've been a bad boy. Um, chosen spot, yes. We live in the chosen spot. That was a revelation. I'd like more confirmation, but yet it kind of goes along with this. So, we live in the chosen spot, and I know there's a bunch of snakes around, and we're in a faction like on the Hunger Games and that. Is that why they call our town the chosen spot? because a lot of chosen are here, and it's a good way to like corral us and keep an eye and keep us all chained, locked down, under control. I don't know. And with bad government, uh, I don't know. Were they chosen at one time, or are they always just being a setup? Anyway, yeah, I don't know what that was about, but there's something about the chosen, like God's chosen, and the chosen spot. And I don't know, I need more revelation, I guess, on that, or more clarification. But I wanted to get it out there so that God knows that I need some answers about that. Also, there's 1,000-year mission, which I know we're putting Satan down for 1,000 years. There's something about that, too. And then over 6,000 patents that the U.S. government has withheld from us that could actually help us. But instead it furthers the powers that were, that one was not on my list anywhere. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Furthers the list, it furthers the powers that were, their advances and control over our world. But yes, they've stolen and taken over 6,000 patents from people and claimed them and used them at their will, but yet the people, might have gotten a pittance or probably tortured and traumatized, and then became targeted individuals because they were pretty smart and tapped in. And the government wanted more of what they had if they could get it. And then I have just a little organization tip that I wanted to get out. I'll probably put it on a separate video because it's not, it's not that. But oh yeah, okay, all right. Well, I'll put it on there now that I said it. But there's other note I got to get out. Organizing tips. A long time ago, I learned after I had a fire that I went and got. We had always had some kind of tape around the house, and I liked Sharpie markers to write on blank DVDs. It kept them really well, and it just, I don't know, and I could see the writing really well. I just really liked it. But I got to, so I'd organize like my cords. If we get a new, the things with the separate cords, I'd go and get a piece of tape, masking tape, and wrap it around the cord and put what it went to. And sometimes I'd put the date, or whatever. But like Toshiba TV or I don't even know. I like my computer parts. I did that with a lot of, but I know my digital DVD recorder thingy from VCR to DVD. I had to have a little special box, and there were so many other things that I'd done it with, and I've gone recently to look for some old tech, and I've looked for them over the years at yard sales, and like a St. Mary's in our town used to have a big, huge sale every year, and you could make a killing at some of the stuff that was donated, but you had to stand through there and pick through a bunch of loose cords that may or may not be, somebody else may have already taken it. So, I don't know. I always like the idea, but it's not real practical, I guess, and piling stuff on. But you could always put it around the side or something. But why not take masking or duct tape or masking tape? Depending on how heavy the cord is, and tape it to the device. Also, not just the tape on the cord. Also the best part about the masking tape on the cord itself was that when you're down, I put one at each end so that when you're unplugging it from the back of the device and it gets lost, okay, or if it's tangled in a wad of spaghetti, you can see where it goes or something. But the the tape at the end, you know, when it's plugged into one of those strips and there's like 5 of them down there and you don't know what's what. Uh, you know, just it just makes it, it really did help. And then I also just used to have so I had masking tape of 2 different sizes, the really wide and then the like quarter half inch I think it is, and then I think it's half inch, and Velcro, the big huge strips in like the hardware section or sewing section. Those were good for like sticking things up that didn't really like to stay that well. And then super glue from the Dollar Tree or wherever. That was always handy to have tubes of around and uh, you know, cob away to keep it opening so that you don't just get a one use out of each one. But the super glue was good to even put on the Velcro when the Velcro wasn't quite strong enough, like say in your bathroom where it gets wet or something. Um, that would, even though Velcro is usually pretty strong, especially the glue 3M puts on the back of it. But things like that, okay, that's what I'm saying, not that specific. Like deer alerts on your car, okay, which those are great. Those are really great. Those should come on every car. Trump should put them on the American cars that he's planning on making. Um, they save many lives of the critters too, you know. Cords, devices, storage, donation. Please tape the cords to devices when donating or yard selling. Yes. Super glue, duct tape, markers, pens. Yep. And then there's other things. I'm sure that you guys like tapes, tacks, or what are those things called? Paper clips. Thank you, and I don't know, you know, little things like that. Just, we used to keep that, especially for a family. It really helps organize a lot of different things. I mean, food in the fridge can have a piece of tape on it the day you cooked it, so it's not in there 3 weeks later with still the date on it, you know, just things like, just put it all around the house. I did, and then, you know, just have it in a drawer in a couple rooms, and everybody knows where to go to get it when they need it. Um, Hopefully they'll put it back. I don't know. That's on you guys. Um, blind spot. Blind spot's on here twice. And Bill Gates and Whitney Webb. Yeah, gotta do some homework on that. Also, a problem for one person that I know of that's been a problem for at least a couple of years that I've known of. This person was able to get targeted from Satan because they didn't take responsibility for something horrible that happened when they were a young child. And they never healed from it. They just buried it. And it probably bothered them deep in their soul. So they did everything they could to just keep from feeling the whatever traumatized them from the thing that they did. And so then this person, over the years, it was set up by Satan, okay, when he was born. And he never did anything wrong, or he didn't take responsibility, anything. Thought he could do anything to anyone, including uh, getting married for it. So Satan uses against him, and might have even came in with a Jezebel curse, although that I think was for someone else. Was born with a Jezebel curse. See, Satan knows who's being born. I don't know how. He has monitoring angels. But we have to heal, and if we don't, it's things that Satan can use against us to taunt us. I don't know. That's about it for now. But I'm going to link the one prayer for the spiritual spouse that my friend has. Yeah, these are all notes for something else. All right. Sorry, it's September 28th at about, it was just 12:28, I think, when I went to record this. That's it for me for now, I think. I've got some notes to go over and some homework to do and some sleep to get, because I gotta get up early and make a friend some breakfast. Have a good night.